Hey everyone, welcome back to Sister Codes. We are so excited to share with you today our 2021 holiday gift guide.
We have worn our most festive sweaters for the
occasion.
occasion.
Ashley made me change.
Yeah, and we're super excited to get into it.
Yeah. Before we go any further, my name's Kaylee.
I'm Ashley, and make sure that you like this video and also subscribe to our channel. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers.
Yes, I think we have just under 50 to go, which is really exciting. So that's kind of our goal that we've set for ourselves. So please subscribe. We've got really cool videos coming out and a bunch of backlogged ones if you haven't already watched them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive in today. One of the first things, so disclaimer, I'm not gonna show all the things. A lot of these things we've actually purchased this holiday season, and so some things are either under the Christmas tree and wrapped up, so we don't want to unwrap them and show them.
Yeah.
And also just because it's nice to have, professionally taken product photos that we're going to insert somewhere here.
Probably here.
And link to everything, of course, to make it really easy for you all to purchase in the event that you've kind of left this off. I know I definitely have left some gifts to the last second, and these are kind of good ones, not just for techies, but just in general that we think are really useful gifts to purchase for people that are tech themed or tech related. So
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna kick it off first. The first thing that I recommend is the Ember mug. This is starting a little bit on the pricey side, I'm fully aware, but it's actually really cool. So it's a temperature controlled mug. You can set it to the exact temperature that you love drinking your coffee, tea, hot chocolate, whatever it is, and it keeps it that temperature. It's awesome because there's a built-in battery, so it works for I think up to 90 minutes on its own, or there's a cute little coaster where it basically charges, and you can keep that on your desk. If you're anything like me, I make a cup of coffee, I go to my desk to write some code, and I get totally absorbed in my work. Next thing you know, your coffee's cold, you put it in the microwave, but then you forget that you put it in the microwave, and 2 days later, you're like, oh, there was my coffee that I microwaved because it got cold. I've actually done that. I did that just the other day. This solves that problem. It's on the pricey side because it's around $100 to $120 depending on where you purchase it. But it's a very gadgety, kind of a fun, cool Christmas gift. Something that is too extravagant for someone to purchase themselves.
Yeah.
But it makes a really good gift because you're like, oh, whoa, this is really cool. I didn't know I needed that, right? Anyway, that's one of the things I think makes a good gift. So if you're in a family Christmas gift exchange or something like that, this is kind of a fun one that is pretty generic, aka if someone enjoys drinking warm beverages, then they will probably enjoy this gift, which is a really broad category, but it's also gadgety, kind of cool, kind of techy. Yeah, that's one of mine.
I feel like that's really useful for tea, because I always forget about tea.
Well, yeah, tea,
not coffee as much. I always just drink my coffee pretty fast, but then the tea, I always forget about it.
Yeah. And a point on that where I've had some people say, well, what about a Yeti mug? Those keep things really warm.
Yeah.
It's true. However, I think the one downside to a Yeti mug is sometimes it keeps them too warm. I've burned my tongue so many times on a Yeti mug that I, poured the coffee in and assumed it had cooled down nonsensically, and then burned my tongue. The nice part about this one is it lets your beverage cool off until it reaches the temperature, and then it just maintains that temperature at whatever you set it to, which is, I think, really nice.
Yeah, that is super cool. Okay, so the second thing that we recommend is a Pela case. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but basically these are really cool environmentally friendly cases, and I just got a new phone. I got the Samsung S21 Plus, and so I was very excited about it. I was going online to buy a new phone case, and I realized how wasteful it is to just buy a new phone case for every single phone that you're getting, and then you just check the one that you had previously. So these are really cool because they are compostable. I don't know if it's compostable or compostable.
Who says compostable?
I think it's some British people. Okay, let me start over.
Yeah, I can't even justify
Compost.
that. Who says compost?
Okay.
It's compost.
Okay. Compostable.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right as I'm saying it though. Okay.
Compostable. Well, if you have an opinion, let us know in the comments. Anyways.
Okay, so these are, we have to cut that. Okay, ready? Okay. So these are really cool phone cases because they are compostable, meaning that if you have compost that you usually put in eggshells and food scraps and things like that, you could put the phone case in as well, and it'll just biodegrade, which I think is super cool.
It's at home?
You can do it. Yeah, you can do it at home.
Wow, so not just commercial. That's really cool.
And they actually also came out with a new compost.
Compostable.
No, bin. If you say
Compost
compost
bin.
bin. It's
Yeah.
compost. Oh dear.
Yeah, okay, now I'm getting
Right?
really confused.
Okay,
now I'm
okay.
getting confused.
Okay. They also have a compost bin, and it's called Lomi, I think is what it's called,
Oh,
but
very
I'll
cool.
link it. And so yeah, that's part of their thing, is like you could buy the phone case and then just put it in the bin and it'll just biodegrade. I think it's just a really cool idea, and it's made from like recycled materials. You can read
Love that.
up about it. They did this really cool ad actually where there was this girl who was wrapped in like all plastic wrap, and they were saying, why would you like have something next to you that is plastic and you're using it like for 4 to 8 hours a day? And you know what I mean?
Such a good point.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
Wow.
this is such a good ad. Anyways, so they're why am I not as good as you at this?
Just go for it.
Okay. So the phone cases are arriving in a little bit. So they haven't actually arrived yet. I will probably do a little review on Instagram or something like that of how they hold up. I've heard that they are a little bit flexible, and so, you know, might not be as strong, but they do have a bumper on them. So I think
That's key.
that's really important,
Yeah.
in case you drop your phone. And they also have this really cool option where you can buy, it's like a liquid screen protector. And again, it's made out of like recycled materials, things like that. And you basically just pour it over your phone screen, and then it like hardens, and it has a really strong, I've seen like YouTube videos of people testing by dropping like these huge weights on it, and it actually holds up pretty well.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and if you buy both the screen protector and the case and it still breaks, then they'll like fix your phone screen for you.
Wow.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's
So.
a great way to get people to trust your product.
Yeah, so if any of your, you know, friends or family have a new phone, or maybe just, you know, you've seen that they have the same case for a really long time and you want to try and change it up, that could be a really good option.
So the next product that we're going to recommend is something that we actually both have and we own and use ourselves. It's called the Upright Go, which is really cool. So the whole idea is it's a posture corrector. So if you're like me and developed a bit of a bad habit of like this kind of punching, you know, as I work and all these sorts of things, and especially now that I've been doing more yoga, I work at a standing desk, so I stand basically my entire day. I've been really conscious of the fact that I like tend to slump and I need to like really sit up straight. So it's this really small device that either hangs on your back like via a necklace, or you can stick it on your back. And basically anytime, it's like a level, so anytime you slump forward more than like a specified amount, it buzzes a little bit. It's a very gentle vibration. It's almost a little bit ticklish, actually. I kind of
really?
yeah, I find it kind of ticklish, but it just reminds you that you need to like stand up straight again. What's so interesting is that when I first started using this, my abs were really sore.
Oh yeah, same.
After
your
I
core
used it, your
works
core.
a lot to keep you upright. Yeah,
which you don't realize
I know.
that you're actually kind of slouching. It's like
Yeah.
easier for your body. But so when I first started using it, my core, like my shoulders, like
Oh, yeah.
I felt sore the first couple of days. Anyways, it's really cool for somebody who's maybe a little bit health-minded and health-conscious, who wants to correct their posture, sit up a little bit straighter when they're working at their desk, or maybe standing a little bit straighter, whatever you want it to be. It's really cool. There's like a whole bunch of accessories you can get with it too, like in different colored necklaces. But I just happen to think that this is a really cool, another kind of gadgety tech item, but also has a really useful purpose. And I think pretty much everybody nowadays who owns a smartphone probably struggles with posture. So this is a really excellent gift idea for somebody who just wants to maybe sit and stand a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Like we all should.
And I think it's worked for both of us, because Kaylee got me one and it really helped improve my posture, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I just love it too, because there's two modes. There's one where it's called training mode, and that's where it does the vibrations. And there's one that's just tracking mode. So you wear it, it doesn't vibrate, but you can actually look over the course of a day and it'll show you like when you slouch and when you sit up straight. And what's interesting is that over time, as you use this training mode, you see that you start slouching less and less and less. So it's really cool, because there's a very visual way also to track your progress and to measure like the percentage of time. It breaks it all down for you. It says percent of your day spent slouching, percent, you know, spent standing up, and those kind of metrics and things. It's really cool. It's a very like easy way to see the results of the progress and of your practice, which I think is really cool, because something like posture is really abstract to track. So, you know, great gift. New Year's resolutions coming right up. It's a really good thing to get for somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next thing that we want to talk about is a little bit of self-promo. So I have mugs, Women in Tech mugs, and also a pouch that can be used for like travel, for cosmetics, whatever you want to use it for. And so I just want to do a little shout out here. I have an Etsy shop, it's Ash Codes, we'll link it, and then also we'll put up pictures of the mugs here. And yeah, just wanted to do a little
They are awesome. They're very like female positive, women in STEM related. I own both the mugs and the pouch because obviously, you know, supporting.
Support.
But what's really cool is that you could get them for somebody maybe who is aspiring to start a career in technology, even like a younger, you know, like a teenage girl or something, you know, just it's like kind of a fun, positive influence just to give somebody something inspirational and that it's very like girl boss, like femme power kind of, you know, STEMinist related, which I personally really love because there's honestly not enough of that merch out there. So it's just something cool and fun to get somebody really good for like a white elephant or, you know, something like that, Secret Santa, something.
Yeah, and also if y'all do buy the mug, please leave a review because I love reading through the reviews. Whenever people tell me like, oh, I bought this mug for my friend because my friend is getting into coding or something like that, it just makes me so happy. So yeah.
Yeah. Another item that we really are excited to promote is the Coding Workbook by our friend Sam Taylor, who, you know, we'll link her Instagram as well. She actually wrote a coding workbook designed to intend to teach kids how to code but without a computer, which is really a fantastic idea. Obviously not everybody has access to a computer, but this is a way for them to get interested in web design and how to build a website. I actually just ordered one of these for my partner's nephew and nieces, so I'm really excited that they get a chance to kind of explore web development but without doing it on a computer, which is kind of interesting and cool. But yeah, definitely support her and this awesome book. You can always buy it as a gift for somebody that you know or just for yourself because there's a lot of really informational things. I'm a back-end developer and so I don't even know a lot of front-end website building things, so I was flipping through the book and I was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is a really great way to visualize spacing, for example, or some of the CSS style. So I learned a lot by going through it as well. So it is definitely not just for beginners. There's something in there for everybody to learn.
And I also love that you don't need a computer because that's something that we like think about a lot is the digital gap or like the digital divide. And we'll link the podcast that we did with Sam because she did a great job of talking about it. And I think that was one of the main things that she was thinking about, right, as she was writing the book. So really amazing. If you have, you know, people who don't have like great computer access or things like that, this is also a great present as well. One of the last things that we want to talk about is a Nintendo Switch. So this is definitely on the pricier side. I bought a Switch for myself kind of as a gift, but I think it runs around $300. You could probably get it cheaper on, at stores like Costco or Sam's or something like that with Black Friday deals or something like that. Basically, it's a really good gift because you can have like a bunch of different games. Whoever you're gifting it to can choose and, you know, pick which games they want to add on to it. And honestly, I've just found it really fun, like as quarantine is still going on, to be able to play games with friends virtually. It's just a nice way to connect and not feel like you have to just stare at them through like a video camera. You can be doing like an activity together, which is kind of fun. So I would really recommend that, yeah.
And then the last thing, which is something that's probably a little bit easier if you don't want to mail somebody a gift, something physical, not to their house, or if maybe you're running short on time for shipping. We know how those deadlines are this year.
That supply chain.
That supply chain. If that is the case, we recommend gifting someone the gift of no ads.
Yes.
So if somebody that you know really loves, for example, Spotify, they love listening to music, or they really like watching YouTube videos, or maybe their favorite show ever is on Hulu, but they don't have the ad-free version, consider upgrading or gifting them 1 or more months of, you know, YouTube Premium, Hulu, whatever it ends up being. We have actually, this year is the first time that we've upgraded some of these services ourselves.
Yeah.
It has made such a difference.
Yeah.
We actually did do a podcast all about advertisements and how we're just inundated with ads everywhere. And I can personally say that eliminating them from even just a couple of things, I mean, yes, it is more expensive, but also it's really just a couple of dollars per month difference usually in most of these services. and just not feeling overwhelmed by like ads all over the place has made such a difference for me. I really loved it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like we invested in YouTube Premium, and that has been a huge game changer because I think I actually watch YouTube more than any other like streaming service. I don't watch Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime as much as I watch.
I'm a big Hulu person.
Yeah.
So I upgraded to the ad-free
ad-free
version of Hulu, which it is more expensive, like quite a bit more expensive too. But oh my goodness, it's just made such a difference. It's such a game changer. So I think this is one of those luxuries that we would all love to gift ourselves, but it's really difficult to justify like those couple extra dollars. So you know what? I would be thrilled if somebody gifted me an ad-free version of whatever service that I really love. And this is great because you don't have to ship anything. It's not a physical product. There's no waste involved with it. It's eco-conscious as well. You can't go wrong with that. Awesome. Thank you all so much for watching this holiday gift guide. Let us know what you think, if there's something that we left off the list or if there's something you really love. Maybe we'll include it next year or as a follow-up or on Instagram or something. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to click the like button and subscribe for more awesome content that we'll be coming out with.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you in the next one. I was gonna say be sure to like and subscribe, but you just kept talking.
Sorry, I didn't know if you were gonna do it and I gotta
okay.
go. Right now.